What is up, guys? Team Dose Alliance 671 coming at you with what do we call it? A deck tutorial and test hands. So for this one, just like the Branded Red Eyes deck, we're going to give you a brief deck profile and then we'll get on to the tutorial. So as always, thank you so much for all your support, guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell and become a part of the notification squad. And without further ado, guys, let's get started. Got a new additions to this deck thanks to the new set that came out. So let's get started. So a brief deck profile, then we'll get started with the tutorial as promised. 3 copies of Dark Magician. 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Using lighting, guys, so let me know if the flash is too much for you. 3 copies of Magician's Souls. Then 3 copies of Illusion of Chaos. That'll be it for the 3 ofs. For the 1 ofs, 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl. Got the new copy. 1 copy of Apprentice Illusion Magician. 1 copy of Palladium Oracle Mahad. That awesome movie card. 1 copy of Magic Rebo. This one I added, and this one actually saved me a lot in many games, and it's a very funny card. I'll explain what this does later. And that's all the spellcasters. Well, Rebo's not a spellcaster, but next we also run for the dragons, Timaeus, United Dragon, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, for obvious reasons. We'll get to that. 1 copy of Obelisk Tormentor, Slide for the Sky Dragon, the Winged Dragon of Ra, and the Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode, basically in his sun form. Can't help to wonder if the sun's gonna, this guy is Sphere Mode. Just kidding. Pretty much Ra in his sun form. So I'm glad that they added that kind of lore to it. Also, the ancient Egyptians thought the sun to be actual Ra, so yeah, that's fun to look at. So 3 copies of the True Name, 2 copies of Preparation of Rites, 2 copies of Dark Magical Circle now, 2 copies of Soul Servant. That'll be it for the 3 ofs and 2 ofs for the spells. For the 1 ofs, Dark Magic Attack, Secrets of the Dark Magic, Magician's Salvation, Terraforming. Sorry about the background noise, guys. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Eye Timaeus. Unfortunately, that's not a Dark Magician card, at least not one that you could search, but I still use it to bring out like Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, which is really cool. I'll show you how important that is in a little bit. Magical Eyes Fusion, Red Eyes Fusion. I put this one back. I'm in a mission to show everyone that I disagree with everyone that Dark Magician was better of Anaconda. No, I don't agree. As a matter of fact, I think it's actually much better without Anaconda. But let's see if I could prove that point. Then for the traps, 2 copies of Eternal Soul. Went back to 2 because sometimes it gets destroyed, so you could just activate another one. But if you have Dark Magician the Dragon Knight out, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that's pretty much the deck profile. Well, maybe not everything. I forgot about the extra deck, sorry. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, Dark Magicians, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, yours truly, Master of Chaos, Quintet Magician. I got Dark Magicians not too long ago, so I'm really happy. And I got Quintet as well, so I got the big boss monster. Oh, I think we got this one already. It was just the Dark Magicians. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Still a wicked card. Big Eye number 11. Artemis. Relinquish Anima. Then the next one's Mduke. That's part of the combo. It's a dragon. Masquerena. Knight. Avermax. Really good card. Celine. Nightmare Unicorn. And Dark. The Dark Charmer. Then for the side, definitely an update from the last time. Not sure if I showed you guys it, but 2 copies of Nibiru, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Mystic Mind. This won me a lot of games, and I'll show you guys how you could do it second turn and first turn. Magicians have tricks, my friends. Called by the Grave. Secret Village. You know why. Oh, sorry for the glare. I was worried about that. Okay, let's just set these aside. Triple Tactics. Infinite Permanence. Dimension Barrier. And Skill Drain. For obvious reasons. Okay, so that's the deck profile in its entirety. Let's go ahead and power shuffle, and then we'll get on with the tutorial. Extra deck, main deck, present arms. Let's go ahead and power shuffle really quick. Top as well. As I sort it out from spell, trap, monster, etc. Okay, perfect. Power shuffle. Okay. So we're gonna start with a few ideal hands. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can bring out the god cards in this one. So the ideal hand you want to see for bringing out the god card is True Name, Illusion of Chaos, yeah, just these two really, and then you could just throw in some other cards that might help as well. Rod, Soul Servant, and it's, I guess just anything. We'll just throw in the Magician's Salvation. So let's say this is our opening hand. I'll show you how to summon a god card on going second. We draw. Okay. And if we draw the god card, that's fine. I'll show you guys how you could just put him back. First off, we'll use Illusion of Chaos. We'll add one non-ritual that mentions Dark Magician. We do have Slifer in here. I could summon Slifer, but ideally we'll want to OTK of Obelisk, so you don't have to worry about diminishing your hand, and you can still OTK of the god card. So we're going to put Obelisk on top, so if you draw a god card, don't worry. This deck is good at putting them back. So you can use True Name to bust them out. And then, let's see. We'll go ahead and, normal summon Magician's Rod. So this one's gonna search for the Dark Magical Circle. So already we could bring out the God card, but let's go and show you a few combo wombos you could do before you set up the God card. So we normally activate the Magician's Salvation, so we could thin out the deck. That way we don't go into the too many Eternal Soul when we're activating Dark Magical Circle, because it's already on the field, so we could just focus on grabbing other things. Let's see, we'll go Dark Magical Circle, and then chain on top Soul Servant, in that order. So Soul Servant's going to place one card on top of the deck. So let's go ahead and put Dark Magic Attack on top. Ta-da! And then Dark Magical Circle, we'll place this will place it on top in time for Dark Magical Circle to happen. So excavate the top 3. Beautiful. Oh, there's a god card again. Then we'll place them on top in any order. Let's look at that again. I almost forgot. Yeah, Illusion of Chaos. So we got that one. Okay, and then I'll go and show you how to bring out the god card. Activate the true name. Declare the top card of the deck. Gee, I wonder what it is. Maybe it's Dark Magic Attack. Or, sorry, I messed up. We obviously know what the top card of the deck is, so Illusion of Chaos. I'm correct. Sorry, I look like a dummy there. So if you call it right, you add the card to your hand. Then you can add to your hand or special summon a divine monster. If you call it wrong, it goes straight to the graveyard. Like if I said Dark Magic Attack, it goes to the graveyard. I'm so sorry. But for this one, we declared it right. At least just to show you guys. And then if I do, I special summon a god card, a divine monster directly from the deck. So unfortunately, we cannot special summon Raw or Sphere mode, but we also use this opportunity to either summon Cypher if you have a lot of cards in your hand, or Obelisk the Tormentor. There you go. So Obelisk is out, that's already 4,000. We'll use the effect of a Magician Souls. Sorry, the glare. We'll send the big guy to the graveyard, Dark Magician, and then we'll just use the effect to summon Dark Magician. So we banish, let's say we just banished their monster, which is fine. And then we'll activate Dark Magic Attack, and then destroy all their spells and traps. So off the bat, that's already OTK because that's 4,000. That's 6,500 because of Dark Magician, and 8,100. So you pretty much OTK right then and there. That's one way you could bring out the God card. If you're going first, although you're not able to OTK, you can still do stuff with the God card. So let me go and show you. Let me show you how to use turn 1 when you have a God card. So the ideal hand is, again, true name. If you could get Rod in your hand, or Souls, or even the Illusion of Chaos, doesn't matter. Okay, so those two you normally want to see. Dark Magical Circle I did cut out too, but either Souls or Dark Magical Circle you want to see in your hand. And then the other card we're gonna put on the field, let's just say, let's just say, yeah, what is it called? The Magician's Salvation. But for this one, let's just put the Terraforming. Okay, so let's go and start. This is our first hand. Let's go and activate Terraforming for Ash Bait. If they ash it, so be it. Some people will actually ash the Terraforming if they don't know what you're playing, which happens a lot. So at least for my locals, we'll add the Magician's Salvation. And then we'll activate Jailbreak, the Eternal Soul, and you know what happens from there. Then from here we'll activate or normal summon Magician's Rod. Activate Rod, search, Soul Servant. Then we'll do the combo wombo that I showed you earlier. We're gonna do the Dark Magical Circle, then a chain on top Soul Servant, and then in that order. Then let's put, we sadly can't put the Eye to Midas on top of the deck. I wish that was the case. Secrets of Dark Magic. Okay, let's see. And then in time for Dark Magical Circle to kick in, there's the God card again. Let's add the Dark Magical Circle. Remember that when we resolve Dark Magical Circle, that we put the rest on top in any order. Just like that. Let's try that again without looking like a silly guy. True name. I'll call Dark Magician. I'm correct? For sure. And then I'll special summon the Egyptian god Cypher the Sky Dragon. Now you're wondering, why do I special summon him when he's going to be sent to the graveyard? It's simple. Like Kaiba, but instead of sacrificing him for a monster, I'm instead going to link summon of him for a monster. So it's a little bit more respectful than Kaiba. I'm utilizing the god card's presence as a material. And if they're okay with Kaiba tributing them and still earning victory, then I'm pretty sure they don't mind me link summoning with them and still earning them victory. So let's see. There's a chance they might have Nibiru. Oh wow, there's an airplane passing by. Can't anticipate that, guys. Anyways, there's a chance that they might have Nibiru, so I like using Secrets of the Dark Magic to ritual summon. So we just send the Dark Magician to the graveyard to summon Illusion of Chaos. But before we do that, I just realized we didn't use the effect yet. So Illusion, let's go ahead and add Magician Souls, right? Or should we add something else? Go out to Timaeus and bring out Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. What do you guys think? That way we could protect our back row. I would say yes. That way I could show you guys a combo to bring out Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. That's the case. So that was one option to show you guys. Like, you could ritual summon the Illusion of Chaos, put Illusion on top. That way you could gain more advantage. This is only 2 summons, so you don't really have to worry about Nibiru. At least for this scenario. So we'll do Secrets with fuse between Timaeus and Dark Magician. No cards in our hand, so we'll summon Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. That way your back row is protected, and that's only your 3rd summon. And then finally, we'll just link summon these 2 to summon IP Masquerena. True, I used to go to Anaconda with this combo, and then go into Dragoon. That's okay. IP Masquerena, I dare argue, is just as good, if not better. I'll show you why. Okay, now the opponent's turn. Draw phase, you can flip this up. What are they gonna do to it, right? Cannot target it, cannot destroy it, and this makes it where he's unaffected by card effects. Sweet, right? So if they try to activate something, you could. I forgot to activate Soul Servant, but that's okay. You don't really need to. You could summon Dark Magician, banish their stuff. Since you activated Spar Trap, you could Magician's Rod, put that back into your hand if you want to. I guess for this scenario, we'll go ahead and just link summon during their turn. Could bring out. Yeah, maybe I should have activated that Soul Servant. Let's say we did, sorry. So let's say we activate Soul Servant and we draw a card. It's the illusion, so it doesn't really matter. And then we'll link into Unicorn during their turn. Then that way you could shuffle a card as well. So you're banishing a card, you're shuffling a card, and your back row is indestructible, which is really nice. You can even combo this with Rivalry of the Warlords. I don't think you could combo that with Skill Drain because it'll negate this guy's effect, and you don't want to do that. So just be careful with Skill Drain. Okay, so I'll go to our turn, and you can just go from there. Do whatever you want. So that's one way. Another way you could bring out the God card during your turn. And then the next combo I want to show you is actually a very important one. So hold on. Let's just say we're siding, but we're just gonna side these 2. However you want, guys. You guys want to make your side, it's up to you. So normally well, Magician never reveals his secrets. I also have a way of sidings, but I'll just take out a few cards, and then I'll show you guys how to do the combo of Mystic Mind. Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's side out this one. And this one. I'm sorry, a magician never reveals his secrets. I'm just kidding. So we're siding in the Mystic Mind. And then, let's see, the ideal hand you want is Mystic Mind, Magician's Rod, and if you could help it, any card you can activate in your opponent's turn, So maybe, I don't know, Secrets of the Dark Magic or Eternal Soul. I do know, just kidding. So let's see. Let's just say the big guy, DM, and Soul Servant, so you could do that combo again. Okay, so let me show you guys a magic trick. A legit magic trick. So you're going first. You normal summon Magician's Rod. Trigger effect. Sometimes they stop it, sometimes they don't, but it's okay. You're just mainly baiting out their hand traps. Because this deck has so many tricks up its sleeve. It's so fun to play, and it's fun to watch your opponent just fight for victory. Like a true magician, you have so many tricks up your sleeve, so the deck is exactly what it is. So Dark Magical Circle, we just do this famous combo wombo. I like doing this. You could do it other ways too, but I personally like doing it this way. Soul Servant, Dark Magical Circle. Sorry about the glare, guys. Let me know if it's too bright. I'm trying to make it where you guys can see it, because I know previously you guys had a hard time seeing it, so hopefully this helps. We'll grab Salvation, and just in time for it to stack beautifully. And we're already running Terraforming, so it's easier to search for your Mystic Mine when you're siding into it. Then we put the rest on top in any order. We'll just do it this way in case we draw into any of those, but that's unlikely. We'll activate Magician's Salvation just to jailbreak the Eternal Soul. Remember, we have two of them, that's why we run two. In case we have one in our hand already, you could just jailbreak the other one. Okay, then we set that. Then we activate Mystic Mine lastly. Or second to lastly, sorry. Then we link into Artemis. Then for the opponent's turn, if you want, you could activate it or you could wait. I like waiting in case they have something, but some people just prefer to activate it and then they just do whatever. So you wait for them to summon a monster. They could activate that monster effect if they want, because that means you guys are even. But because you activate your spell and trap Gachine on top, Magician's Rod effect, during the opponent's main phase, you could attribute spellcaster control as a cost. Add this to your hand. They could resolve whatever monster effect they're doing. Maybe it's Floowandereeze, where they search and then they additionally normal, or they're searching and then no monsters, and your opponent is locked because of Mystic Mine. And they're gonna wonder, what am I gonna do? And they're gonna set back row in hopes to stop your attacks. Then you could just use the Eternal Soul. You could summon Dark Magician if you want, but if you just want Mystic Mine to stay active, you could just add Dark Magic attack. So more than likely, if it's for example Floowandereeze, they would have resolved their effect to add another bird to their hand and then additionally normal summon, so they have two monsters. So you draw. So you could go Eternal Soul, summon Dark Magician, and banish like whatever, and then Dark Magic attack, clear the back row. Let's say they have two monsters, they're already good to go. This is already good to go. If you want to be even nastier, true name, we know what this is. Illusion of Chaos. Oops. I'm such a dummy. I could have swore I put it back in any order. No, you don't have to do that, sorry. I'm being so dumb today. But if we want to do it that way, okay. So we could just normal summon Magician's Rod, and then you could add the Soul Servant. I mean, you already shut down their monsters effects enough, and then you could add the Soul Servant. Yeah, you could do it this way if you want. Then you blew up their back row. Soul Servant, then you place one on top. Right now you guys are even though, so let's see. You could put Illusion of Chaos on top. Okay, on top, and then True Name if you want. Illusion of Chaos. Then you could special summon someone crazy like Obelisk Tormentor. But if you don't want to special summon the god card, like you want to maintain Mystic Mind, like for this scenario we're even right now, you could just add a god card if you want, and then that's fear mode, so in case they have monsters on the field you want to get rid of, you definitely can with fear mode, like if they have 3 monsters. But in this scenario I'm just saying we have to. Okay, so what we could do is Illusion of Chaos, and pretty much just going all over the place with this. But if you want to keep your spellcasters on the field or deal more damage, you could add Apprentice Illusion. This one's still good to pump up your magicians and get you out of tight situations. You can even put this fear mode on top because we don't need it. So just showing you that, guys, that the true name still helps the deck. It's not just for show. You could add cards on top of your deck that you put on top of Soul Servant and so many other things you could do. It's amazing. You could just so yeah, it still helps the deck. So you could just attack, then you can even chain this one if you want to deal more damage. That way when you're turning the Mystic Mind back on, you could just slink into the another spellcaster, Dark, but no effect. That way it's the opponent's turn. Just tell them go ahead, but before we end we could just use Soul Servant, Banish, to draw a card. So tell them go ahead. So if they summon a monster again, you activate Eternal Soul, and then you could chain Magician's Rod on top, add this to your hand, then summon Dark Magician, and then banish any card. You're gonna be pretty much even, so, but more than likely they're gonna need to summon like 2 monsters, like with Flandres. They resolve their effect and to add a bird to the hand, and then they additionally normal summon, bring out Dark Magician. You could just leave those 2 birds on the field, and then you could banish if you want, if they have back row or any field spell. So you're still locking them, you're still stalling them out of Mystic Mind, and you could do so many things with this. So I did take this to the tournament, guys. I did have an epic matchup against Flandres. That was really cool. This actually saved me, and I appreciate all the guys suggesting that I use this. It's actually really cool. And a few times I almost topped to this, actually. I was just messing around, really, and then I almost topped. Still lost to a handful of decks. Lost to Heroes. I lost to Evil Twins. You guys know what that deck is. And I lost to Exorcisters, actually, just today. I was actually really impressed. So anyways, guys, that's the deck profile plus tutorial. Hope I wasn't too all over the place. I am pretty tired because of tournament today, but I think this might give you an idea how the god cards work in here and other combos you could do in the deck as well. So I hope this inspires you guys. Have a great weekend. You're free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you around, guys. It's almost Halloween. Happy end of the month and happy September.